Hello everyone, buckle up for the new episode of Organic Chat, the one and only podcast made to motivate everyone with a nice topics every week, as seemingly simple as getting dishes done or as time consuming as trying to establish a routine. We all understand how many daily struggles in life can cause us to lose motivation. Sometimes having a lot to do can be overwhelming to the point of feeling hopeless, and we want to give up before we begin. Lack of motivation is often an issue with those dealing with both physical and mental health issues. We all understand that sometimes just getting out of bed is a task in itself. So once again, welcome you all to Organic Chat. This is PJ, your host. This podcast is all about not buying organic fruits or vegetables. It's all about bringing positive vibration within our family, community, and friends. In this journey called life, everyone is in a race. The race to become mighty, powerful, famous, and wealthy. Seldom we find time to introspect and think as to why we are living. There are times when, after achieving so many things and the desired heights, we still feel there is something missing. We keep on tallying day and night without really understanding the reason for our existence. But we have to pause and think. Think why we are here and why we are not really happy. Think why the family harmony is missing, and think why as to why we are really existing. Have we really learned to celebrate our existence? We have been tallying lives of everyone for many years, but now this particular topic is tallying our own balance sheets of our life. This topic is for every one of us. Let's go into the topic. So today the topic about the balance sheet is not about the accounting side of balance sheets. We are talking about the life. I've been going through some of the documentaries by Swami Jnanavatsalji, so which I wanted to share with you all, and I just noted out some of the points from him, and I wanted to share that. It was really motivating the way that he explains about the balance sheet of our life, so which I would like to share with you all. We live in this 21st century. And the state of affairs of 21st century man and the 21st century society. We read about it, we know about it, we heard about it, that these are the times of fancier houses but broken homes. These are the times of double incomes and more divorces. These are the times for the high-rise buildings and the low-rise characters that we see now. These are the times, broader highways that we see but narrower viewpoints. And we see man has gone to moon, and he has come back. But he finds it difficult to cross the road and meet the neighbor. He also says these are the times when man has broken the atom and he has produced amount of energy. He finds it difficult to break the prejudice. Right? We've broken the atom, but we find it difficult to break the prejudice. The list is very long, describing the state of affairs of 21st century man and the society. In short, we can say these are the times we have much to show window, but nothing in the stockroom. We have lots of things to show, but there is nothing pure in our hearts that we have that to share with others. We might have met lots of chartered accountants in our life. They are meant to be a careful analyst of life for businesses, right? They are not just the chartered accountants. Careful analyst of life. They make lives of businesses, but they also should make for lives for their own self. Let's infuse some good values to it. The first important aspect of making the good balance sheet of our life is that we have to introspect we are the only existence upon this earth gifted to power to think by God. No animal has this. We have been gifted to power to collect the information, the power to transform the information into knowledge, and ultimately process that knowledge to wisdom. The miserable state of affairs is that very less percentage of this information has been transformed to knowledge, and perhaps very, very less, which is 0.0001% perhaps of this knowledge has been transformed into wisdom. And so we are not able to make the good balance sheet because we are not processed that information into knowledge and knowledge to wisdom. Actually, we are all in the same profession making balance sheets. We are in a different sphere, right? The chartered accountants make their own balance sheet and we make a different balance sheet. So we need to introspect. Why am I specially privileged entity upon this earth? Who has this power? And to utilize the power judiciously makes us the complete human being, gives the balance sheet of our life. Because
in 21st century, very sad to say, the real story is this: literate people have caused more damages to the society than illiterate people. You agree it or not? That is what we are seeing. The bombs and missiles are not made by illiterate people. I'm not justifying it, but these bombs and missiles and weapons of mass destruction are not made by illiterate people. They are made by the science graduates, best universities. Again, thefts and crimes are performed by illiterate people are small. They are small, like thousands of dollars. But the literate people deciding to do and go for it, and in power perhaps, they can go to millions and millions and cause damage to the society and the community. Agreed or not? And sometimes in the worst unethical practices that the profession goes into, they can maneuver the balance sheets of the companies. That is also causing a big damage to the society and the government and the nation. So today the literate people, they cause more damage to the society than the illiterate people because of one reason: they lack in the basic ethical values in the life. That is the principal reason that would adjust our balance sheets in our life. We need to focus on that. Too much of leaning to materialism and lesser importance towards morality and spirituality is one of the principal reasons where the balance sheets are not sitting in a proper place. Equality at the end. But we have to remember one thing. Too much leaning towards materialism in life has got severe precautions and could damage physically, mentally, and spiritually. We should have a balance of materialism and spirituality in life. That would balance our sheet very well. Because if we have hundreds of things money can buy and make us happy, and other 1,000 things money cannot buy, and still we need them and to be more happier in life. After this topic, we can make a good balance sheet. A left column, things money can buy: a flat, bungalow, car, a farmhouse, an office, all the things that money can buy and make us happy. And on the other side of the balance sheet, let's make write on things that money cannot buy: trust, friendship, relationship, truth, health, that money cannot buy. And we wanted it to be more happy. We have to give a thought once in a while to it, and lean to have a proper balance of the materialism and spirituality in life. We always feel that more money, more happiness, more luxury, more happiness. That's the wrong notion, as the biggest disease of 21st century profession, right? So they are not able to make the balance sheet proper. We need a balance sheet of materialism and spirituality to make the balance sheet of our life. Otherwise, we will repent at the end of the life if we are not able to balance the life. Napoleon Bonaparte once said, "I can buy any riches upon this earth and under the sun. I can have the world on my feet, but I haven't seen the 6 happy days in my life." Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, his limousine cars were studded with diamonds. And he was the first superstar, the greatest entertainer of the planet ever seen. He was traveling by private jets. And the first jet, it used to take him. Second jet used to take his audio set. When he was 21, more than 30 Elvis endorsements were in the market. His biographer writes the Elvis is the only second person in the history to become the famous after Jesus. He becomes that popularity he had. Self-earned $1,000 million in 1975. By the year 1975, when he was just 32, self-earned $1,000 million. King of rock and roll. Today at the memorial spot, more than 1,000 people visit at Memphis. At the age of 33, once his secretary stepped in, he was playing some famous composition on the piano, and the secretary asked, "How are you feeling at the peak of your life?" He dropped his hand and he said, "Every day in the evening you get 1,000 to 5,000 people wanted to see you. And you, after doing a famous swirl, you would open the leather jacket and throw at the audience, and within seconds it would have scattered and become into pieces. People would take a Elvis souvenir back home. That famous, and you are saying you're feeling alone?" And on 16th August 1977, at the age of 33, Elvis took 46 sleeping pills and never woke up. He committed suicide at the age of 33, at the peak of his career. Absolute and overwhelming desire for materialism in life and overleaning towards it will lead you nowhere. We need to have a balance of materialism and morality and spirituality in life. Otherwise, we can be a good loser, Napoleon Bonaparte and Elvis. We have hundreds of examples like this. There is a system, there is a tool that we can make use of that. There is a theory, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, to balance the sheet. Of the 24 hours that we have every day, it should be well distributed 8 plus 8 plus 8 system. We have to take this in our mind, 8 plus 8 plus 8. First 8 hours of the day, we are honest, ethical, hard work in our profession. First 8 hours of the day. And the second 8 hours is the good sleep or rest. Third 8 hours is very important. If we are not able to manage the third 8 hours of the day, we will lose our life. If we can manage the third 8 hours of the day, we can win our life. The third 8 hours of the day, the 3 F's, 3H and 3S. 3 F's are family, friends and faith. 3H are health, hygiene and hobby. And 3S, soul, service and smile. These 9 departments should consume the third 8 hours of the day. Of course, it's in the fragments. If we can well distribute our day, 8 plus 8 plus 8 system, it is a good balance sheet of our life. A good balance sheet of the day and the life. Again, third 8 hours of 3Fs and 3H and 3S, family, friend and faith. 3H is health, hobby and hygiene, soul, service and smile. Into these 9 departments, when we distribute third 8 hours of the day, it is a balanced life, well led. So we don't have complaints from any quarters of the life, any corners of the life, any people in our life. If we have lived, we have given enough time apart from the profession, family, friends, faith, health, hygiene, our hobbies, to our services. So well distribution of time, well balance of time, that can give us a good balance sheet of our life. So before we reach that 80s or 90s, we should balance our sheet properly. So in here, there's Millennials Club has started. Basic membership concept is you have to pledge 80% of your wealth. Only then you can become a member of this in this team. You have thousands of people in this team. Because the power of money is in giving, not accumulating. Right? To understand these basics of spirituality, it gives the balance sheet of our life. If we do an unethical practices, that can spoil everything. Unethical practices, if we are spoiling or if we are trying to modify somebody's balance sheet, that will spoil our life's balance sheet. Because we are cheating with our conscience. Cheated with exchequer, that is different. But we have cheated our own conscience with our own hands and our own minds. We have done something wrong. An unethical practice will lead you to our own balance sheet will mess up. No pillow is as soft as clear conscience. If we are sleeping at night in a beautiful bed and a beautiful pillow, a clear conscience, I have not done anything wrong today. That is clear pillow. If we have done something wrong, we are into the animal phylum, not the human phylum. And unethical practices, if we do, that balance sheet of our life will spoil our life. So even if you are a king or anybody, an unethical practices can land you in jail, and unethical practices can ruin your career or in life. The stress that comes in your mind because of these unethical practices, our balance sheet of life will spoil permanently. We will lose our career, lose our practice, lose our life, lose our everything. Whatever profit that we get, we should be happy, and we should not leave the ethical practices. We should keep that as a lifeline, I would say. I was watching a YouTube documentary shows, and during that I saw a small 30 seconds documentary of Coke's CEO, world CEO, Brian Dyson. It was only 30 seconds. If you have time, you can always go and watch that. It was in a school's meeting, a top corporate position, a person who has that corporate position, Brian Dyson, after 40 years of experience, he was sharing his experience. It was a very good speech. He said, In my 40 years of experience in the corporate field, it taught me one thing. That is, get to work on time. Work very effectively during working hours and get back to your family on time. This is the balance sheet of your life. Get back to your family on time. This is the first thing he said. This is what it taught. 40 years of experience has taught him. In life, you're juggling with 5 balls. We see usually in the circuses, right? In life, we are juggling with 5 balls. The first ball is the ball of work. Second is the ball of family. Third is the ball of health. Fourth is the ball of friends. And fifth is the ball of spirit. We are dealing with the 5 balls in our life. The third point he said, after many years of juggling with these 5 balls, you come to know that first ball of work made of rubber, and the rest balls are health, family, and spirit and friends is made up of glass. The fourth thing he said, that the ball of work is made of rubber. If you lose it, if it falls on the ground, it bounces back. It is made of rubber. The work opportunities will keep coming in. The other 4 balls, family, friends, and health and spirit, are made up of glass. If you lose them, they fall on the floor, it will shatter, it will break, it will crack. If not crack, it will not be the same again, right? So take care of work, take care of your family, take care of your health, take care of your friends. Live a balanced life. Money is not everything in life, not even a professional career in life. Live as a human being. Don't live as a professional. Just work as a professional. Live as a human being. That is what he mentioned. That is the balance of your life. So let us work on some calculations now. We sleep for 8 hours a day, right? So of 24 hours, we sleep for 8 hours a day. That means 1/3 of the day we are sleeping, right? 24 divided by 3 is 8. Rather, divided by 8 is 3. So 1/3 of the day we sleep. That is directly proportional that 1/3 of life we are sleeping. Yes or no? Balance sheet is also tallying there. That means if we live for 70 years upon this earth, 1/3 of our life, 23 years of our life out of 70 years is going to be in sleep. We don't know whether we exist or not. If we are not conscious about living a balanced life, we can be a very big loser in our life. Warren Buffett, the richest investor on this earth, with an investment of more than $100 billion, on his 50th marriage anniversary, the couple were sitting on the dais with a 50 parties arranged by 63 CEOs of Berkshire Hathaway flagship company. The concluding party was in London, and it was attended by more than 30 heads of the state and everybody were sharing their experiences with this couple. Some with the work, some with the foundation, whatever it is. A gentleman, he raised his hand and said, if you don't mind, can I ask you a simple question? The couple said, fine. And he asked, sir, what is the secret of your happy married life of 50 years? What is the secret of the happy married life of 50 years? Before Warren Buffett could answer his wife, she pulled over the microphone and said, I would like to answer this question. That pulling of the microphone, not a single change of wrinkle on Warren Buffett's face, 50% of the answer people got from this act. How could they be living for 50 years this happily? They got the answer. Now we have to listen carefully. Warren Buffett's wife said, 50 years of married life that has not been a single day, me, husband, and our children, thereafter our grandchildren, thereafter today our great-grandchildren, have not sat for dinner together at 8 p.m. Talking about world's richest man, the richest investor. Unless and until he's traveling out. The rest of the family does it together. Now, let us put hands on our chest. How many times in a week we sit together with the family for dinner? Then the second point she said, there has not been a single day in our 50 years that me and my husband, Warren Buffett, not gone for a walk in the evening after dinner. Third, she said, there is not been a single day me and my husband has not sit together, tuition our children, thereafter tuition our great-grandchildren, and today we are teaching at the age of 73 the great-grandchildren, teaching alphabets and numericals. And we are sending our children and grandchildren to tuitions and classes that after coming back home. That's because we can afford tuition money that Warren Buffett cannot afford that. Is that so? When they were asked why, she said, we wanted to transmit our family values to next generation. They must know the tradition of our family. So we spend the quality and quantity time with our family members. This is called the balance sheet of our life, well maintained. For that, when Warren Buffett was asked, he said, from 9 to 6, I am a businessman. From evening 6 to 9, I am a family man. And from 9 to 10:30, I am a personal spiritual entity. This is the balance of life. He said, I shut off my mobile at 6 p.m. in the evening. He throws the pen on the table at 6 p.m. And somebody asks, any client after that? I tell them, you can come tomorrow at 10. My office hours are 9 to 6. And we keep our mobile phones until 11 p.m. and 12 in the midnight. Till the last we go on to the bed, and until we go on to the bed and we check all the messages. Are we expecting any call from the president's office? No, right? After 7 p.m., our family has our absolute time on us. Time giving is the biggest responsibility in our family. There was a recent Harvard University survey. 110 countries surveyed, more 100 families for the period of 8 years, and the principal question was, what according to you is the biggest joy upon this earth? You will be surprised that 67% of the respondents, they said, the spending quality and quantity time with our near and dear ones whom you love and who love you is the greatest joy upon this earth. You believe it or not. Include this joy of family time in our balance sheet. It is a well-maintained balance sheet. Then only you can be labeled as a good manager of work and time. Otherwise, every day, if you are coming daily at 10 o'clock, let me tell you on the face, we are very poor managers of time and money. I was going through one of the interviews of Kumar Mangalam Birla. Kumar Mangalam Birla, the chairman of Aditya Group, he's a millionaire. He and his wife were interviewed, and they were asked, how do you manage your time between your office, work, travel time, meetings and social time? You might be having 5 invitations every day. How are you managing it? So Kumar Mangalam's wife said, now you have to listen very carefully. She said there is a custom in the Birla house that everybody has to deposit their mobile phone to his mother at 8 p.m. Even Birla, Kumar Mangalam Birla has to submit his cell phone to his mother. They understand this education. This businessman understand that. Then the interviewer asked, what do you do after 8 p.m.? He was shocked. This gadget is made to serve you. This gadget is made to serve us. And we have become the slaves of it. Consciously or subconsciously, our hand, if doesn't touch every 3rd minute in the pocket, we get discharged. Right? And what we do after that? The interviewer asked, and she said, at 8 p.m. everybody sits for dinner. It's a 45 minutes dinner. After 8:45 to 9:45, we just chat daily and just chat about the day. And at 9:30, the mother, Aditya Birla's mother, she handovers the cell phone to everyone. And then it is given just for 10 minutes to check the messages and place back to the table. And somebody might read a book, and somebody might be watching the TV. somebody might be chatting with their family members. So this was the balance in the families. If Warren Buffett can do it, if Aditya Birla can do it, if we decide, we can do it. Now we know what is the balance, and let's make a good balance sheet of our life. This is not a preaching, and it's an understanding points that we have to understand how we have to take our life forward in a ethical manner. I was reading a beautiful book. I would like to suggest that book to you all. Everyone should read this. And the title of the book is The 5 Champion Questions, written by a very good Russian thinker and a corporate trainer, Ron Kurtus. First name is Ron, R-O-N, and the last name is K-U-R-T-U-S, Kurtus. He's a thinker and a corporate trainer. He says to balance your life well, you have to ask these 5 questions to yourself before you retire for the day. And the first question is, to what am I grateful to today? There is a lot of people involved in that particular day. Your driver made you reach on time, even you got late at home for your first meeting of the day. That means he is a part of your success story. Did we recognize him? Or did you recognize him? With a gratitude, did you appreciate him? If you think he's a driver and he has to do, but if you are late and you reached on time because of him, did you thank him? This is spirituality. We have not given a thought. More clients, more money. That is what we keep thinking. These small things will make us happy. Sense of gratitude. Ask the first question to ourselves, who am I grateful today? Second question, where did I do a good job today? Third question, where was I helpful to somebody or some cause today? Fourth question, how did I take care of myself today? And the fifth question, how did I link up with the basic spiritual values of the life today? All these 5 questions, we have to ask these questions every day in our life. That keeps us balance our life every day. And this will bring sense of gratitude, sense of excellence, sense of help, sense of care, sense of learning. It's all good values in our life. If you want to make ourselves great, Swami Vivekananda used to say, if you want to make strong and great, if you want to make society great, if you want to make nation great, we need these 3 things in life. First, conviction in the power of goodness. Second is the absence of jealousy and suspicion. Profession, you should not keep this, suspicion and jealousy. And the third one is doing good and trying to do good and helping all those who are doing good and trying to be good. These values will make you happy, and you'll be happy. No, there won't be stress. We can chase the chest just like that. Basic understanding should be very clear. That is the problem, we get stress. Don't give time in peeping into somebody's window. And that's the habit. Just give time to yourself, both as a professional and human. To grow as a human being, we are forgetting that. So, if we forget that man is born crying, he lives complaining and dies unsatisfied. Signing off for this week. Until my next episode, keep tuning in. Take care. Goodbye.